It's Brian Mudd. This is my cheat sheet. Welcome to September. Yeah, no kidding, right? September 1st, it's Thursday, and let's talk about the economy real quick. So, a tale of two economies. You might have heard me say this from time to time, because really, unlike most other economic downturns that we've had, this one really can be different depending upon what part of the country you're in or what city you're in. You know, the unemployment numbers are coming in, and they're still not good, right? We still have exceptionally high unemployment. In some places, though, it feels like the Great Depression within the United States. In some places, people are looking around going, hold on, economic downturn? What downturn? We are seeing a huge, huge difference depending upon the place you live within the United States. And if you need a job, get this. The place you're most likely to gain employment, which happens to be Bismarck, North Dakota, gives you a 1,000% chance better opportunity than the worst, which is El Centro, California, of getting a job. I'm not kidding. 1,000% different. You see, the unemployment rate in Bismarck, North Dakota is only 3%. The unemployment rate of El Centro, California, 30.8%. During the Great Depression, the unemployment rate is 24.9%. It's worse than the Great Depression in Southern California right now. And Bismarck, North Dakota, the economy couldn't be booming more than it is right now. So, here's the long and the short of it. And I actually have the breakdown with various different cities within the country, good and bad, on the text version of my cheat sheet, so you can check that out. If you need employment, if you have friends or family that need employment, it really might be time to consider moving to the place where you can get it. Because there are plenty of good economic opportunities, but they are very specific to geographic location and even city within given states. So we might have to pay more attention to that than we ever have before, because it could either be great or absolutely devastating right now. All right, so Facebook, they're getting in the game. Getting into the music game. I've been speculating on this for a long time, and it's coming true. It's going to be September 22nd that Facebook is launching a music service. Now, before all of us go, well, it's Facebook, and they're going to do a streaming music service, it's going to be a home run. I'll remind you that Facebook just pulled out of a daily deals program. A lot of people thought that Facebook would be the Groupon and Living Social killer. In fact, it was the other way around. They couldn't make a go of it, so they're leaving the business. So there is no guarantee that just because Facebook is very successful at social media, the music service is going to be a home run, but you have to like their chances. I mean, after all, they have 800 million users that are going to at least be looking at it and might consider using it. Not bad, right? All right, so HP, they could be making things better for all of us. You know, they have had a pretty tough run. They're pulling out of all of the computing business, including the tablets, right? And we've had the $99 touchpads, which, by the way, I'll remind you again today, if you missed out on the $99 touchpad the first time around, you're going to have one other shot in October. But this is opening up a conversation on two fronts. Number one, you might end up getting a cheaper tablet sometime in the future because Apple and some others might have to be more competitive with the pricing. It's obvious that at a certain price, people will buy your product and buy it en masse. The problem for HP is they lose $200 on every one of those touchpads. They're selling at $99, which leads to something else. You know how we've seen brand loyalty become more important with consumer electronics than ever before? For example, Apple turned their iPod success into iPhone success and turned that into iPad success and are now turning that into more people buying Macs. It's a chain reaction. There is actually a thought out there that some companies, to become more competitive with Apple, might start loss leading in consumer electronics. In other words, taking one product that they think you'll like, selling it to you at a cheap price that they may even lose money on, just to get you onto their brand and hopefully turn you on to more of their products. It's an interesting concept, and regardless, if that happens, we win because we get better prices on things. AT&T and T-Mobile, the merger's off. Yesterday I was telling you that when AT&T announced that they would add 5,000 jobs in the United States by bringing call centers back rather than laying anybody off, I told you it was more about politics and trying to get the deal done than it probably was anything else. That is crystal clear now that the Department of Justice is saying that they're going to block the AT&T and T-Mobile merger. Here's the thing. T-Mobile is not an American company. This has international implications as well. Deutsche Telekom is actually the owner of T-Mobile, so there's a lot on the line here. But here's the deal. T-Mobile, they win no matter what, because if this deal doesn't go through, AT&T has to pay them $3 billion in cash. So T-Mobile likes their chances in this deal either way. And August, for as brutal of a month as it was in the stock market, the ups, the downs, the ugliness, everything in between, if you just were there at the end of yesterday and never did anything, guess what? You're still up for the year. 4 straight up days to end August, and through all the turbulence, stocks are higher again for 2011. That's the cheat sheet for today. See you tomorrow.